Back here at 10 Pins and More Rio Rancho for the title game in the handicap division of the New Mexico-Texas Doubles Classic. George Sandoval and George Sandoval, the second and the third, have pulled a couple Houdini acts in a row to reach the title match here. Trying to take advantage of those breaks to win it all, but they got to beat top seed Jaden and JJ Martinez, who led by a fairly considerable margin, almost 100 pins after 7 games. George has a top 5 before. I think this is Jaden's first of the season for sure. Well, then that got it. Thank you, stat department. That's right. George a no-thumber like so many of the kids these days. Stand left, throw right was definitely in play on the pattern today, but oh, what a tremendous break right there in the fourth frame, yeah, as the 6-pin just gives up. It's Sunday night, even the pins are tired. The 6-pin just laid over. JJ here had 6 of his 7 games over 200 today with a high of 258 scratch. That really propelled him from close to the cut to into first place after 4 games. A smooth hook and lefty gets it right in the 1-2 there for 10 in the pits. Harley couldn't do that in the title match in scratch. JJ had no problem with it right there. So it's the two-handed sons and the conventional fathers. Can you see? Oh, and so George Jr. gets a great break, tripping out his 6-pin mess. And I saw Jaden like say, "Come on," when he carried his, and then he does almost the exact same thing in his frame. And that catches a double for his team too, so that a tremendous break there. Long day of action. Great stuff here as always, thanks to Steve and the whole crew here at 10 Pins. Make it super easy to have a tournament. That's tonight. Oh, that ball didn't get there. And yeah, he had the same reaction I did. I thought that ball was going to get there, and it just floated at the break point. He and I are of one mind. I'm surprised. He must have really missed that at the bottom a little bit. Everything wants to hook right now, as they usually do this late in the day. Go for it. Oh, and another nice break as he just barely avoids the chop. Well, it's a game of breaks right now. Each team getting some pretty good ones here. Sandoval's are also giving 15 pins. JJ and Jaden getting those 15. So. She is all about her job. And we like that.
Are you the bowling judge?
Am I the bowling judge? How would you, I like
Is that a thing or not a thing?
I love the question. How would you answer that question? Am I the bowling judge?
Yeah.
Damn right I am. There you go. That's
You just count the points?
But pretty much, yep. Yeah, these kids are from all over the place playing for a couple $1,000.
You know, I gotta learn how to play.
You better. You got. That's right. I don't know what just happened. Well, late on a Sunday night. Really, in their defense, not that they need it. It's just me sitting back here yapping into a box, and almost everybody else is gone for the night. So, oh dear, disaster for JJ there in the 6th. Is working on a double. The big 4 pops up. Ouch. Is that the dog that bit you on the back of his shirt, Angela?
Yes.
Angela finished in 3rd with her dad, and she had herself a dog bite on her toe from her own pup. Even more impressive. Finish that high. Angela's dad has had a rough day. 2 catastrophic breaks. First a split in the 10th, and then a play right out of the Seahawks playbook at the end of the Steelers game.
Oh, yeah.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. I never wanted to see that again for any team. lets it fly way outside, but you see just how much friction there is to the right. For beginning two-handers, this can sometimes be confusing because they're getting it out further, throwing it faster, and it's just checking earlier and earlier and earlier. It's tougher to learn that the move is actually left and staying tight. Now, that much rotation on the ball, it's going to pick up friction anywhere, everywhere too soon. So you got to use what's left of the lane to get the projection through the mids that you need. Well, let's see how George Sr., at second, I should say, adjusts off the last frame. He thought he threw it good and bucketed. Do you convince yourself that, well, maybe I didn't throw it good and throw the exact same shot? Do you move off the bucket and maybe risk going back high again? Well, whatever he did, it was the right idea. That time he saws the rack up, gets a little high five, pumps his kid up. It's a very quiet title match. It's very civil though, very quiet, very polite. It's like we could be playing a game of a backgammon in a smoky clubhouse somewhere here. Let's see if... Well, another good break, getting the 4-9 to trip into just the 9-pin. Relatively easy spare. Not too many easy spares anywhere when you're shooting for your first title though. It's farther than 60 feet away. He remains two-handed for his spare shots. We really got to guard against the overhook here. Gets it to roll out. That's nicely done. They got 124 through 7, which is good for, oh, how about a 15-pin lead plus the, well, which happens to be exactly the handicap that the other team is getting. So guess what, kids? We're dead even. Take 4 the last time for JJ. Oh man, and a much better shot. Sends the 5 right over into the 10 zone and nothing doing. Remains vertical somehow. It's alright. Only lost a pin count here, so still a virtually even match if you can cover this up. That's it for this weekend. That's it for the regular portion of the 2017 calendar year. Back down to Vegas for the big one, main event, to wrap up 2017. Kind of the unofficial halftime of the season for us. And a big shot coming up here for Jaden. Finally kept that in the oil long enough to control that hook on the back end. And that's a huge strike in the 9 frames. It sets up his pop. George II would love to do the same here. I'm sick of saying like George and 5 people turn around. We're doing that all day. We had Fritz, Robbins. There was way more than these. However, here he is in the 9. Yeah. Too far right, too soon. George's body language tells the story. You don't need to narrate too much. You know exactly how he feels right now. But it's back to an even game if he can make up this spare here in the 9. Oh boy, oh boy. As that ball started turning left on him. Gets enough of the 3 to knock it over, and we are tied with 1 frame to go. Slight advantage to the Martinez's because they're working on the strike, so this is a really important ball for Sandoval here to not drop count. This time does not get that roller over the other side. He does drop 2 pins in count. He must make this, obviously, and then not lose any more count on the fill ball. Up fairly quickly after switches balls. Got it. Alrighty. Nice job with the spare. He made a clutch spare just to even get to this title match. Get to round 2, actually. It was the Jensen and Jensen brother team over Case and Ward in round 1, and Sandoval got that spare in the attempt to defeat beat Jensen and Jensen. And the Romero's open in their 10th to let Sandoval's escape through. Big fill ball, look out! Oh boy, 8-8. 179 is what they finish up at. Spare strike here puts them at 168 plus 15 for 183. And this is where that strike that they're working on as opposed to a spare means so much of a difference. So he can't lose any count on this ball. Spare 7 is going to be enough to win it. First things first, must mark. Strike wins it all. And a beautiful shot in the 10th to lock it up. Think his kid didn't know that? Boom. He knows the score. He knows he just became a JBT champ. Well, it was a brilliant run by the Alamogordo team. That did not have one last trick left up their sleeve in the 10th frame this time. Well, I tell you, he had that big 4 back in the 6th frame that could have rattled him a little bit, but his shots have been perfect since then. That swishing a 10 in the 8th, and then 2 pretty ones here in the 10th to lock it up. Congrats to the Martinez's, JBT champs. Sandoval's day will come soon. And main event day will come soon now. As of the ball hitting the pins, it's time. Nice finish from JD and JJ.